everybody and welcome to our Eritrean reborn painting course, lesson 15. In this lesson I'm going to teach you everything about how to assemble your doll and give it weight like a real baby, and how to insert the magnets in the mouth so that you can use magnet pacifiers if you want to. So we're going from limbs to a full baby, and as you have seen, most likely Claire and I got dressed for the occasion because this is the last lesson of our first Eritrean reborn painting course, and it's also, when you're watching this in December, it's also almost Christmas and the New Year's, and I thought it's time to celebrate. So I don't know if you celebrate Christmas or New Year's, but if you don't, please celebrate what you've done already and where you have come, and the fact that you have tried a new hobby or a new way of painting. I am really proud of you. So let's make our little Claire. And before we do that, I just want to show you that the workbook is available worldwide. This is the Dutch version. I choose for these rings so that when you are painting, you can keep the book open, so you can see while you're painting, you can see what you're doing and what you want to learn. You can also place it like this, so you can have the pictures right next to you when you're reborning, because that is a lot easier than watching pictures on the computer, and so you can match them next to whatever you're doing. So if you want to remember everything you've learned in this course, and if you want to just take another look at that, please buy the book. It's very cheap. It's only 30 euros for the full course. It has all the information you want in it. So really, there's also like additional illustrations and pictures of my friend Sarah, and you don't want to miss this. Also, there's a whole section of new reference photos and old reference photos that you can use. So I'm not going to spoil it all by showing everything to you, but really this is very useful. And if you want the latest December presents, order it now, because I can still ship it this week. But without further ado, let's get into the video. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy. Okay, let's give this baby the body she deserves. You will need your glass beads from the supplies package. You will need a body. I'm sorry, this is a flesh colored body. I wish I could have ordered a brown body, but they were all sold out. You will need your soft stuffing, your pantyhose, and scissors. Let's get started. I'm using a measuring cup for inserting the glass beads to make it heavy. I don't tell you how much exactly in grams or anything you need, but it's easier to do it like this. You will fill the leg up until just above the knee, and then the rest you can fill in with stuffing so that the glass beads don't fall out. First, I'm filling my measuring cup. So the exact amount of glass you will need will be different with each doll. So it's better to know that you will most likely fill it up until here. And then slowly fill it up. Okay. Then I like to hit the leg a little bit so it can go in the toes too. I need a little more. You can just see inside the hole how far you've filled the leg up. And the amount you like really depends on how heavy you want the legs to be. This is a pretty heavy leg. You can see in here the glass. Okay. Now we're going to stuff it up. And I'm just warning you, you will most likely need more stuffing than you think. and stuff it well. Okay, we're going to do the same with the other leg. Just like that. Oh, it's a little bit too much. Yes, because I want them to weigh the same. And then stuff the holes. You can also use the top of a brush to do this. Let me show you what I mean. If you get a brush, you can put it in like this easily. But I always like to use my fingers. You want it to be totally full, because we don't want the glass beads to leak into the body. So that's why you really want it to be stuffed until the very end of the hole. Some people like to secure this with a little bit of felt, but I think this is pretty secure for now. Okay, let me put the head on the side for now. I already like to attach them to the body. Okay, it's important to place your, how do you call this? Let me think. Tie wrap. It's important to place your tie wrap inside of the hole, so you know you're grabbing the leg. And then I like to turn it around a little. Okay, you should not be able to take it off like this, but you should not, but it shouldn't be skin tight either, because you want the leg to be able to move. You see, you want it to be able to move. So now we cannot take it off, but it's not skin tight. That's exactly what we want. Do the same with the other leg. Move around and then try out. Okay, you cannot take it off, but you can move it, and that's what we want. Okay, before we continue, we're going to stuff the butt until here, because we want it to be soft to the touch and we want it to feel real. That's cuter. Okay, now we stuffed the bottom of the butt. We want there to be a lot of weight inside of the butt, because we want her to be able to sit up straight. So the most amount of weight will be inside of the butt. If it's a sleeping baby, you would like to spread out the weight more evenly. So that means you will have 50% of the weight in the butt and 50% of it in the breast, so that it will be nice and floppy like this. But we want this baby to sit up straight, so most of the weight will be in the butt. And to weight the butt, we're going to cut off a piece of the pantyhose, and we're going to again fill it up with the measuring cup thing. Okay, I think it's already so cute. This is my favorite part, my all-time favorite part of reborning. Okay, put it in. And the weight is really all about your preference, what you like. Let me try. Yeah, I want it to be a little more weight in the butt. So we're going to add some more. It doesn't matter if I have too much, because I will use the excess weight for the arms. Okay, that is a nice butt. Then I cover it with my excess stuff because we don't, and it's important to not, oh sorry, it's important to not have the big knot touching the outside of the skin, but touching a piece of, how do you call it, stuffing, so that you don't feel these things when you're touching your doll. So we're going to put this to the bottom because the bottom is filled with stuffing. And now we're going to put some stuffing around it so we don't feel like there is weighting in it, but we feel like it's part of the body. So put some on the back, put some on the side, put some on the front, and then on the other side. This will give a very natural feeling because we don't want to feel, just so check if you can feel if there is the weighted stuff in there. No, I think this is gorgeous. Okay, now it's time for the arms. Let's put this baby aside for now, and we're going to do the same. So we're going to fill it up just above the elbow. Let's try out. I think that is perfect. And then stuff the rest of the arm with your stuffing. And stuff it nice and firm. Don't worry about being firm because it will still be nice and squeezable. See, it's still squeezable, but this way the glass beads won't leak out of the arm. The other arm. Yes. Now fill the other arm with your stuffing as well. Gorgeous. Look at that. I think that's gorgeous. Okay, we're starting. We're going to attach the arms. Just like we did with the legs. First place a tie wrap inside of, oh sorry, we're going to do just the same as we did with the leg. Just first place the tie wrap at the place where you want it to be. And then make sure that you cannot take out the arm, but you can still, look, this is too loose. Turn around a little bit. Let's try again. Still too loose because we can take it off. You don't want to be able to take out the arms. This is better. Look, it has some room to move, but you cannot easily take out the arm. Okay, then the other arm, do the same. Place it and then turn it around a little bit and check if you can take it out. You can still take it out like this, so it's going to be a little bit tighter. Yes, so time. And this way you can move the arms, but you don't move it away. Okay, since we want this to be a bit sitting baby, we're just going to put a little bit of weight on the top of the body, but not too much. Oh my gosh, look at her, she's coming together. Haha, so cute. Okay, take your pantyhose and cut off another piece. Let's take, sorry, yes. Okay, fill it with your weighted glass beads. But not as much as the bottom. I use only this because I want her to be able to sit up nicely. You can do more if you like a more weighted doll. First, I'm going to stuff a little bit so that they don't touch each other, and again, this thing should be at the bottom so we don't feel it. Then stuff around. I first attach some to the back, then to the sides, like that, and to the front. And make sure to put some extra at the shoulders, so that the shape is like a baby. Look how the shape is starting to be much more like a baby. Okay, you want it to be able to be squishy like that, like a real baby, so don't overstuff it, but check if you can feel the weighted glass beads or not. Then you can adjust your stuffing a little bit. Okay, if you want to, you can insert a magnet and glue it on the inside of the mouth so you can have a pacifier. But if you don't want to, we're going to continue with putting the head on. Oh my gosh, look how cute she's going to be. If you want to insert a magnet, this is how you do it. First, get your magnet pacifier and check if it works. Okay, now put a dot of glue on the inside of your magnet. You need strong glue for this. Take a look at where the mouth is and place the magnet inside of the mouth, and then the dummy on top, or the pacifier, however you call it, to make sure the placement is right. Look at that, so cute. You can let the magnet dry with a little magnet on the lips, so it keeps the magnet in place, and it dries inside. So you're not gluing this magnet on the lips. This one is just, you can take it off and on, but the magnet inside, can you see it? There it is. That can dry. If you want more security, you can put a band-aid over the magnet to make sure it's not going to move when you stuff the head. You can put a band-aid over your magnet so that it doesn't move around. So take your band-aid, put it on the top of your finger, plop, and then inside of your doll, over the magnet, and just push it on with your finger so that your magnet cannot move. See? Perfect. So the magnet and the pacifiers are not part of the supply package, but you can buy magnets like this and pacifiers like this, so you can insert a magnet in here. Oops, sorry. Well, magnet attracts each other. You can insert a magnet in here, put on the top, and then you have a beautiful magnet pacifier. As last, we're going to stuff the head, and weight the head. So first I'm going to put some stuffing in, just like that, because again we don't want the weight of the head to be, the glass beads to be traveling around inside of the head, because you can feel that when you move the head, and you want it to feel as natural as possible. Okay, so this head, I want her to be able to sit up straight, so I don't want her head to be too floppy, because I want to show her at the doll show, and I want her head to be able to sit up straight. If you want the head to be floppy, you can just add more weight to it. I like to have control over the amount of weight, so I put it in my sock, and this is nice and heavy. In the head, it doesn't really matter where you put the big knots, because you won't really feel it that much. Put it inside of your head and then stuff it so that it doesn't move around. See how much stuffing you need. In the end, you'll need a lot more stuffing than you thought. Well, at least for me, that is how it is for me. Every time again, I'm like, did I need this much stuffing? So if you've ordered the material package from me, you might be a little bit surprised about the amount of stuffing. But look at that. This I need everything. Just a little bit more here. Okay, I don't stuff the neck super tight, because I do want the baby to be moving around naturally. So with the neck, we're doing the same as we did with the arms, but let me lay her down on a little cushion. Looks more comfortable to me. We're going to turn the body around, since her tie wrap is here. You will be able to move the head to the side at the end. So you see, the stuffing in the shoulders is not that much. That is my preference, because that makes it more natural and more movable, but do whatever you like. Okay, I'm going to sit her up straight with second thought, because now I can see more of where I place the tie wrap. So place the tie wrap first and then pull. And turn the neck around a little bit. Okay, this is easy to turn around, but we don't want to be able to take the head off. So let's try if we can take the head off. We cannot, but we can move around. Okay, now it's time for our final little steps, which is taking our scissors and cutting off the tie wraps at the end. I see that it is not very tight. I can almost take it off. I need to tighten this up a little bit, just like that. All right, cut it off just at the end. And now you can take, well, let me do that at the end. First things first. First cut all of the ends off, and you can use some sanding paper to soften the edges. Okay, inside of the arms. Do you see it? Yes. Just to be sure to have every small piece, because we don't want it to have a sharp end, because the doll should be cuddly. Oh, okay. What you can do now is you can go to all of the tie wraps and grab your scissors and pull over the hole and pull it over the square thing so that you don't see it anymore. Let's see if I can, and then you can push the square thing in there. Perfect. So that way, and do this with all of them. So this little darling we just made, she will wear newborn clothes, size 50, 56. And you can, if you want, add lashes and hair, but I'll talk more about that in the end of this video. Let me finish the tie wraps for you and dress the baby. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe I am saying this, but we are finished. How pretty is our little baby with her beautiful, cute little leggies? She is so gorgeous and she looks just like our reference photo. Look at her. You have been able to do this. I am so incredibly proud of you and proud of me. I'm proud of us. Look how beautiful we made this little baby, and I cannot believe that I finished making a whole course. If you've been following me for a longer time, you know that I'm chronic ill and that I suffer from seizures every day, and that makes me bedbound most of the time. So I cannot have a normal job. But I've actually graduated as a teacher. So I am a teacher, and I've also worked for Paint Bar, which is a very cool concept of, I was an artist there and I went to different bars, different restaurants to teach people how to paint. And I used to go to churches or women groups or children groups to teach people how to paint. But because of the amount of seizures, I didn't do that for a long time, and I was in bed a lot and I felt a little bit hopeless and useless. But in the time that I wasn't in bed, and even though this took a long time, I have been able to record this course for you. And you know, it's not the same, of course, as teaching in public, you know, for people just in front of me, but you are part of my community, of our community, and you've been here with me. So I really feel like we've done this together, and this, you know, this makes it extra special. And also, if you know my story, you know that I've lost 2 babies who were biracial, and the little girl Sarah and her little brother and her mother and her sister have been like a family to me. So I'm so thankful for them being a part of my life, and for them sharing these pictures so we can make a doll. So I want to thank them especially, and I want to thank you for being part of this. This is just so special. And so I tribute this to my 2 babies in heaven, to my friend Sarah and her family, and to you. I'm very proud of you, and you know, maybe in the future we can make another doll with another skin tone, maybe a doll with vitiligo, or a doll with albinism like this baby, or a doll with birthmarks, or whatever you like. If you want another course with another skin type, what type of doll would you like to make? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to root the doll and give the doll hair, there are a lot of courses and videos that you can find on YouTube online. So I'm not diving into that, but you can find them yourself. No worries about that. I am so thankful. I am so happy. I thank you again from the bottom of my heart, and I hope to speak to you in our closed Facebook community. Even though you've already finished, you can also still be a part of it. And if you want to remember this, or if you want to look back at what we made, or at the steps, or at how we made it, feel free to download the ebook or to buy a physical copy from it, to just look back sometimes and maybe make another doll. I am super excited. I love you guys. Bye bye.
I hear the beat.
Oh my gosh.
It's in my chest.
Believe that we made
Got me
it.
feeling some kind of way.
Get that little
I confess the rhythm takes over. No room to rest.
You could make her a boy as
My
well
heart's
if you want to.
dancing. It's a love conquest. Oh, the melody. It's smooth and sweet, like honey dripping from a golden bee. It's the soundtrack to my soul's heat, making me move from my head to my feet. My heartbeat